Just like there are different mice and keyboards and even shoes for different people, there are also different monitors for different peoples and their needs. Now, I recently did a video on the Viewsonic XG270, and that was a high refresh 240 Hz monitor that was built for the most competitive players. Now, on the flip side, today we're going to be checking out its counterpart, the XG270QG. Now, this is a 27-inch monitor that is 144 Hz, that is capable of going up to 165 with overclocking. So I also want to use this opportunity to kind of answer a most commonly asked question that I get. Is it worth it going up to 240 Hz, or is it better just to stay at the 144 Hz monitor I have, or the 165 Hz monitor? Where do I start? What do I buy? So first, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the features of this monitor, and then we'll get into the 240 Hz versus the 144 Hz debate. Before we begin though, guys, I want to thank Viewsonic for sponsoring this video and sending the monitor out so I can test it out and compare these two monitors. And as always, this did have to pass the BT test, and it did with flying colors, so I wanted to share this monitor with you. So like we mentioned with the XG270 monitor, this one also has a lot of these key features that some other monitors are missing, like a headphone hook on the left side of the monitor, as well as some mouse bungees to clear up some desk space on your desk. It has a minimal aluminum brush base, so you can set your keyboard on top of it and it won't get in the way. There's none of that spaceship action going on here, so I really like the stand here. But if you don't like the stand, or if you want to put this into a double or triple monitor setup, they also have a VESA mount on the back, and around the VESA mount you're going to have some lighting as well, so you don't have to buy RGB strips for the back of your monitor, which is really cool, and this can be changed in the settings. Along the bottom side, you're going to have some LED strips as well to give your desk a little splash. They've also got a joystick and two buttons near the front of the monitor under the Elite name, and this will allow you to navigate the menus. I also love that this monitor has slim bezels, so if you do want to put it into a double or triple monitor setup, you can do that and have a seamless experience between all three of the monitors. They also have some speakers on the back just in case you don't want to have speakers on your desk, and they get decently loud, nothing to write home about though. But a lot of these key features save you a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of money, most importantly. Now, the stand can be pivoted and tilted and swiveled and put into a portrait mode as well, and this was featured on that LG panel that came out that was highly touted and highly regarded by a lot of reviewers. It's using nano IPS technology, so you're going to have great viewing angles. It's going to be super fast. It's going to have great response times. It has a 1 millisecond response time, gray to gray with overdrive, and on the standard mode it's at about 5 milliseconds. And this can be changed in the setting as well as brightness, contrast, and you can set all these different modes as well. And they also have a dark equalizer, which I really like and enjoy for FPS shooters. It's got an HDMI 1.4 as well as a DisplayPort 1.2, as well as having an upstream USB cable. So if you do want to transfer data from your monitor to your computer, you can also do that as well. So if you want to plug in like a mouse or keyboard straight into the monitor, you can do that as well. Taking a look at some of the stats of this monitor, it gives a gorgeous image. It is a 2560 by 1440p resolution, 1001 contrast ratio, and it supports 1.07 billion colors. It has a DCI-P3 color space, which is a little bit wider and gives you a lot more color depth. And this is going to be really good for photo editing, for video editing, and any color sensitive work. And since this is a nano IPS display, it's going to give you accurate colors and a wide color gamut as well. And that translates to gorgeous images in your game. If you're somebody that really values the color, the sharpness, the image of your game, then this one is going to be right up your alley. Oh, and did I mention it also has G-Sync native technology as well. So yeah, now that we've gone over a little bit about the monitor itself, I want to compare it and help you guys out, because I know you guys are going to have the question, which one do I get? The 240 Hz, the 165 Hz, which camp should I lie in? It doesn't really make a difference. And I'm here to say, yes, 240 Hz does make a difference from 165, but you're also looking at a 1080p display versus a 1440p display, which is going to be a little bit sharper. So let me tell you guys about who I think this monitor is for, and then who a 240 Hz monitor is for. So if you're in the camp where you're like a content creator, you do video editing, photo editing, anything color accurate, maybe you're an illustrator, you do graphic design, then I would go with this monitor. It's going to give you a gorgeous image. It's going to be super sharp. Your games are going to look fantastic. Your work is going to look fantastic. And it's a great jack of all trades monitor for the average person. Going from a 240 hertz down to a 165, I definitely notice a difference. It takes me about a week to get used to it, or going back up, vice versa, same thing. And when I did the test on the older video where I had the 165 on top with a game at 240, I can definitely see the image keeping intact without any of that motion blur, which is really nice. But this panel is no joke. You can still click some heads. You can go on Red Dead Redemption, Jedi Order. You can play all these different titles. They're going to look amazing on that display. So that's what I feel like 165 hertz monitors are for. So on the flip side, looking at the XG270, the 240 hertz 27-inch monitor at 1080p, you are losing some resolution there. So your image isn't going to be as sharp. It's still pretty sharp though. And I believe like 240 hertz monitors are for the super competitive person. I know I'm in that camp where I just get super competitive over everything. I want to win, and I feel like I want the best tools for the job. This is for those of you guys out there that are yelling into your mics and getting mad at your teammates. You just want every single possible advantage that you can have. Now, if you're in this camp, you also don't care about how your game looks as well. You just turn all of your settings down. You want the highest frame rates possible. The 240 hertz monitor is going to be the one that you want to go with. Now, you will lose some resolution on your desktop as well. That's why I say it's not the greatest for like color work and for video editing, because you kind of lose a little bit of real estate there compared to a 1440p monitor. So if I'm strictly a gamer, I sit down on my PC, I do a little bit of browsing, but mostly I'm in game or on Discord. I'm not really doing too much else. Maybe I'll watch some Netflix or a movie or two. Then the 240 hertz 27-inch is going to be more than enough. So I hope that kind of clarifies which monitor I think you should get, if you should go with the 165 hertz or if you should go with the 240 hertz monitor. Both are great displays, just for different people. Now, coming back full circle to the XG270QG, this is an amazing monitor. It's coming in at $600. It gives you a lot of extra features on the side, which aren't available in some other manufacturers. Movies look great, games look great. If you're a content creator, this is an amazing monitor as well. So I highly recommend this monitor if you are in the market for a 1440p monitor. All right, guys, it's been your boy BT. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.